Under the sea, Fabien Cousteau's historic mission to the bottom of the ocean will be front and center in St. Pete tonight. But before the big sneak peek, we have the pre-sneak peek. Why? Because Fabien is here with us to talk about Mission and the Blue Ocean Film Festival. We're the first to talk to. He loves us. He loves coming in to talk to us, Fabien Cousteau. First of all, congratulations. What you did was amazing. Go back. You were here before you went on this mission. You spent 31 days underwater, but not just for a stunt. This was for exploration. So take it back.
The 31 days aspect is at least interesting. It's really about doing as much science as possible down under. We're talking about the luxury of time at the bottom of the sea, which gave us unprecedented access to things that normally we don't have access to.
Before I ask you the questions that kids want to know about, let's talk about what you learned down there, science-wise. Was there something that really just, you're like, wow?
Well, because we're on the oceanic frontier for so long, 24/7, we're able to see the dynamic of what happens on a coral reef when we're not around normally, how metabolisms on different parts of the coral reef shut down because of water upwellings, cold water upwellings. And it gave us a better picture of why that interconnectivity of those animals happens and why it's so important to us.
Now, you and a bunch of other scientists were kind of cramped down there for quite a while.
It was a cozy spot.
I mean, a couple of questions I had in mind. Was there anything that you thought you had planned for but got down there and said, you know, this is a little different than we thought it was going to be? You know what I mean?
Well, the tight quarters for me was not as much of a problem because I'm used to Calypso and all that. Although for the rest of them, you know, living in a school bus for 31 days with 5 of your new best friends is certainly difficult. For me, it was eating basically astronaut food, you know, freeze-dried food 3 times a day. It got really boring.
If you had invited me down there, I would have brought pizza.
Apparently you were invited. I don't know. It must have been in the junk mail or something.
Tell me about the film festival. Let's talk about tonight over in St. Pete.
Yeah, so tonight at 7:30, we're premiering a teaser of the upcoming documentary for next year. I'm also going to do about a full-hour presentation, so I'm really going to get in-depth on some of the stories that I'm sure you want to hear about and get people to giggle a little bit, have fun, and, of course, look at the oceans in a different way.
That's at 7:30 tonight, the Mahaffey Theater, open to the public, right?
That's right.
And that's kind of a little teaser as to the documentary. Yeah. Quickly, we're running out of time, but what's next for you? What are we going to do now to keep moving forward with this exploration?
Well, this was... You know, it was such a gift. It was so successful and beyond our wildest dreams that now we're going to open up an ocean learning center down in South Florida that will be able to share all that data, all that knowledge with the kids in Florida and around the world. A traveling exhibit so that you can kind of immerse yourself in that experience. And lastly, the documentary. And then, of course, there are other endeavors after that.
Well, if we can help you out at all, let me know.
You're
if I can be of assistance, absolutely. 2 things. First of all, excuse me, it's 3 things. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
First to come on after you've been on your mission. And second of all, thanks for keeping up the legacy, too, and keeping the exploration of the oceans. We appreciate that.
I hope all of us continue on in that legacy and that spirit.
And we'll see you tonight at 7:30.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
see
that.
You there.